These financial TikToks might actually bankrupt you, so my co-host and I, Kelechi, are gonna react to them and see which ones will financially destroy you versus help you level up your wealth. Let's jump into it.
You will never convince me that saving for retirement is a good idea. Why would I waste my prime, the years that I'm actually going to enjoy doing the things that I want to do, sitting in an office working for someone else and putting my money away when I'm going to see it in 40 years from now? I'd rather invest that money into a business or into an experience that's going to teach me something so then I can add to my skills and I can make more money over time. And worst case scenario, what? I just keep working a little bit longer than everyone else? Or I die with nothing in my pocket.
Okay, all right. I think this is the classic all or nothing thinking. It's like, why am I going to invest for retirement? I'd rather just do a lot of stuff now. I think you can do both, right? What's like the Taco Bell expression from back in the day, ¿por qué no los dos? So like you can invest, but you can also invest in experiences and have fun and learn new skills. So I think you can do both. I don't think it has to be one or the other.
I mean, literally, Imran is exhibit A, B, C, and D of, while he was working his 9 to 5, also built the skill of being able to be a financial creator. And now he's able to do that full time. So it doesn't have to be, oh, I either go broke or I'm able to do all the things. You can definitely do both.
I get where she's coming from. It's like you don't want to sacrifice everything, right? Some people, it's like save, save, save. Like, on our live streams, a lot of people, they're really aggressive on saving and they have a hard time spending. So like definitely find that balance of spending money now, buy that coffee, buy that boba. You can do both.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I'm a millionaire and I don't believe in entrepreneurship. While everyone out here on this app is selling courses and starting dropshipping stores, I got a W-2, studied really hard, got better at interviewing, found a higher paying job in my field, and invested every dollar above my expenses. You want the real cheat code nobody talks about? Become the highest paid person in your field. That's it. Learn the skill, interview a lot. That's a skill in itself. Job hop every 2 years. Because loyalty to your company does not pay your bills. A bigger job offer does. The boring path wins. It just doesn't get as many views.
All right, there's so much to unpack here. I don't want to even focus on. I think entrepreneurship, one of the hardest things you can possibly do. And like she said, the vast majority of businesses over the long term fail. Yeah. You can build insane wealth with just a W-2 job and get those promotions, job hop, because loyalty does not really get you anywhere.
Just like we said in the last one, again, it's not like entrepreneurship is bad for anyone who is interested in being an entrepreneur. We're just saying also realistically, you have to know what it is you're getting into when you get into it, because it's not something that is for the faint of heart. Yes, we love seeing all the content that we see all the time where people are like, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur and I get to do all this stuff. Yeah, those are the winners. We only get to see the winners. We don't see all the folks who actually lost or who didn't end up being successful from their businesses.
Yeah, like she said, the boring way, it works. It works for a reason. It just is not sexy and doesn't get as many views, unfortunately.
Yep.
I have $1 million in my 401k. I have $1 million in my IUL. I want to withdraw my money. How much am I going to get? $700,000? But I have $1 million. You mean I have to pay $300,000 in taxes? Well, what am I going to do? I guess just go ahead and do it. I want to withdraw money from my IUL's cash value. How much am I getting? All $1 million, no tax? Amazing. Let's proceed. Here's the difference. She had a 401k, I had an IUL. She paid penalties and taxes. I paid 0 penalties, no taxes, and I can withdraw at any point.
Where do we start with this? How about with the word bullshit? The difference is there are many differences. What she left out was the IUL. They have such high incentives to sell these permanent life insurance products. We're talking high commissions for insurance salespeople. A lot of them are being disguised as financial advisors. She doesn't tell you is the premiums are very, very expensive compared to term life insurance, right? You can just do term life insurance, take the difference, invest it, not just your 401k, you can do your Roth IRA, brokerage account, half tax diversification. You can have access to the money early, potentially pay no taxes. She's leaving out so much. It's like I feel a migraine coming.
Before your migraine comes on, IULs are not a wealth saving strategies. There's a very specific thing for them, but it's not for any single person out there. So just be careful whenever you hear anything that sounds too good to be true, start backing away, because that means somebody's trying to sell you something and sell you on something.
Yeah, notice how she only pointed out the benefits, right? So you really got to watch out for this stuff.
Feels like somebody wants to sell me something.
Hi, Sanjay. I have $10,000. What should I do with my money?
Oh, easy answer.
put it into an S&P 500 index fund and leave it there for the next 50 years. You are young. That is going to appreciate better than any other investment you could possibly make.
Okay. What about Dogecoin?
Yeah, no, don't put it into crypto. Here's the thing. It's all about asymmetric risk. It's like investing in NVIDIA right now. NVIDIA could go up another 50%, but it could go down 95%. You want investments where you put in money and it could go up a lot, but it can only go down a little bit.
Is there no stock that you suggest buying like personally, or nothing you're holding personally?
All the worst investment decisions I've ever made have been me deciding to invest in a stock. That's just dumb. You can't beat the market. Invest in the market.
Okay, unless you're trading insider.
Insider trading is awesome. This is the reason private equity is so great. Like, why I invest in small companies is because I get a board seat. I get to have insight. Like, this is what Warren Buffett does. He takes board seats. He controls those companies. It's a legal form of insider trading, but you can't do that. Not with $10,000.
10 out of 10, he nailed it. So first of all, index funds are amazing. 90% of large cap funds can't outperform the S&P 500, about 90% or so over a 15-year period. We've seen the bet from Warren Buffett, him against the hedge funds. Warren Buffett won. The only thing I would say is if you want to invest in higher risk stuff, whether it's individual stocks or sector-specific ETFs or even some crypto, I think it's fine. Our rule here at Rich Nerd is 90-10. So 90% core index fund position, and then up to 10% if you want to do higher risk stuff, go for it, because that will limit your downside in case shit hits the fan for those bad investments you made. But then if they do well, it has a chance for you to skyrocket your portfolio.
I love what he shared here of like, he also put it in realistic aspects of things, talking about the asymmetric risk, where invest in, one of the things that most people never think about is what is my risk portfolio when it comes to investing and what am I investing for? So it's one thing you have to be thinking about, whether it's picking a stock or investing just generally. One thing you have to consider is like, what is the risk profile of this investment? So Imran just mentioned why we go with a 90-10. Like with a 90-10 split, if it's supposed to be as explosive and grow as big as it should, well, then it shouldn't require much of my money to be able to be that big bet that I'm investing on or I'm taking with that money. The other question that I'll have to ask for whoever is asking me this question is, when do you need this funds by? So is it something that I'm saving $10,000 to save for a car? I probably would not be investing that money. So that's something else that you have to think about when it comes to the risk aspect of it as well. But this video gets a clap for me. I don't clap for a lot of videos, but this one gets it.
What's the dumbest piece of financial advice you've ever heard?
For some reason, this is super mainstream, but it keeps people broke, and that is to invest in multiple things at the same time when you're just getting started. So diversification, because it's positioned as being safer, right? So they're like, okay, you have your first $10,000 saved up, go invest it in index funds, and maybe you buy some Tesla, and you have all of your different eggs in different baskets. Worse advice to build wealth, because the advice that I got that actually made me become wealthy is concentration builds wealth, diversification keeps wealth and grows wealth. So concentration gets you rich, diversification keeps you rich. So what you want to do, especially if you're young or just getting started in your investing game, you want to put all your eggs in one basket and watch the fucking basket, all right? So even like Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, all of these people, they did that in the very beginning. So you want to have one thing that you're going all in on. It doesn't matter what the strategy is, but go all in on one business, one lane, one investment vehicle. And then once you've got some wealth, then you start diversifying it to keep it safe and to multiply it after you've already become wealthy. So
I'm hearing like 20 different things. I'm hearing like diversification. I'm hearing like go all in on a single thing, which is really dumb. I'm hearing so many different things. He just seems to be going off of this generic advice of concentration builds you wealth, diversification preserves wealth. He's saying a whole lot of words and making not a whole lot of sense here. Hey, I'm trying to pick a lane here. I think he's just doing some word salad here. You can go all in on like an S&P 500 index fund. I guess you can call that being too diversified. I wouldn't call it that. You can go all in. He's kind of implying go all in on like one business, one stock, go all in. What if that is a bad bet? And we've seen it even from financial professionals. So you go all in on something high risk to explode your wealth, and then after you go more diversified, safer. Okay, but like, what if that investment doesn't work out? You're kind of effed.
I'm not gonna lie, as I was sitting here, I was getting hot because it's like one of the most dangerous advice that I hear people give. Here's the thing. He's conflating two different things here. When you think of somebody like Warren Buffett or anyone who's built their wealth, and he threw Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, and all these things, when they talk about concentration, they're talking about their skill set. They're talking about their job that they worked. They didn't talk about investing, because you look at Warren Buffett's investments throughout his entire career, he always spread out his investments. Sure, he took bigger bets on certain companies versus other companies, but he always was diversified to some degree.
The big thing here is what worked for Warren Buffett will probably not work for you. We need to stop studying the small success cases, and we need to study all the failures, because the vast majority are going to be failures. Hard pass on this one.
We're broke. You start at 25, saving $100 a month, and you do so every single month until you are 65, and put it in a good Standard & Poor's 500 index fund, let's say in a Roth IRA with average market returns, you'd have $1 million.
Wow.
But if you wait just 10 years, $100 a month is $1,200 a year. For 10 years, it's $12,000. Not that much money if you wait 10 years. And you start at 35, at 65, you'd have only $300,000.
The overall concept and lesson, 100% true. Starting early, investing consistently, index funds, solid. I think the numbers aren't that great, but we can run some calculations in just a second here. But then also, missing out on just 5-10 years is more substantial than you think. And the amount that you put in is always going to be much smaller than the compound interest you're going to earn on your investments.
Usually, I don't agree with Susan Orman about much of anything, but in this case, I actually agree with her in like, don't wait to get started. Even if it's $50 that you have to be able to invest on a monthly basis, that's that $50 because it does two things for you. One, yes, the compounding is going on in the background as you're investing that $50. But the other thing is it also starts to train you to do this on a regular basis. It starts to get you acclimated to seeing that money growing, to seeing that dollars being taken out of your account and being invested. So the earlier you start getting used to that idea, the better it is in the long term.
And let's run some calculations really quick just to kind of confirm what she's saying here. All right, so we have a compound interest calculator here. This is our Rich Nerds version. We're doing $100 every single month for 40 years, and average stock market returns are 10%. That's closer to about $637,000 per year. Now, we have to factor in inflation. That would be 7%. So closer to $264,000. Now, if you just wait 10 years, let's say, your returns are basically cut in half. Start early, invest consistently, even if it's small amounts, and you will succeed.
I don't know how to start.
Man, fuck a Roth IRA. You think wrinkly, old, mature, 60-year-old you is going to want to play with those racks like 20-year-old you wants to play with these racks? You guys might not even make it to 60. I'm just keeping it a buck. You might not even make it to 60, so why are you putting that bread away when you don't even know if you're going to be alive? And then, it's going to go to your kids. Man, fuck those kids. You probably won't even live to have kids. Take that money and spend it right the fuck now. Stop planning for the future. The wrinkly old version for yourself is going to be mature, bro. They're going to know how to save money. They're going to know how to spend money. But the version of you right now, you want to spend, bro. Go get that shit, twin, because the old version of you ain't gonna like it. So you might as well get what you want now.
First of all, what the hell is a rack? There's so many terms you use, I don't even know what they are. Let us know in the chat, in the comments, like what are racks? Like what are, I know bread. Anyway, this is another classic all or nothing way of thinking. It's extremely common for Gen Z men. We get a lot of callers on our live show who have all or nothing thinking. So for him, again, it's like either you save for retirement or you buy that whip. I don't know the terms, I'm sorry. You buy the stuff that he's talking about. you travel, you do all the stuff now because wrinkly old you isn't gonna enjoy it. You can do both and you should do both, right? We wanna prioritize investing and having fun now. He also talked about something very interesting. He said the old you isn't gonna enjoy life, basically. Bullshit. I know a lot of people who are older who are living it up and they retired early because they invested early and they consistently invested over time. He mentioned that older version of you is going to learn how to save and invest. Yeah, because out of desperation, you're going to get older and be like, holy shit, I didn't save a penny. And now I'm going to have to work because compound interest works the best when you start early. So we don't want to say fuck Roth IRAs. We want to say fuck this video.
We've gone full circle. We started off with somebody talking about how the only way to build wealth is you need to definitely do your own thing, build your own business. That's the thing you got to do. And now we've come all the way full circle to somebody being like, you ain't gonna live long. You gonna die tomorrow. So you shouldn't save any. He's like, yo, all right, can we chill? Can we chill? More than likely, most people are going to live till probably 88 or 90 years old. Most people are going to live. You're going to live pretty much, you're going to live a long life. And so with that in mind, you know what you would like when you're older? You will not like to be struggling. You will not like to be hustling. You will not like to be running around trying to make a 2 pennies shake together so you can meet your daily needs. You don't want that. Take a little bit of today so you can have a nice, awesome tomorrow. Again, it's not all or nothing. I don't know about you, Imran, but I'm enjoying today, even as I'm saving in my Roth IRA. And I just went to World Cup games. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm still enjoying both sides. So I'm not, and then when I'm even older, I'm gonna do even more crazy stuff. Please don't listen to videos like these.
Here's an example. So imagine you stay up late, you're eating snacks, watching TV super late. You're like, you know what, tomorrow that's another problem. And then you wake up and you're like, oh, why last night me? Why did you do this to me? Except much worse, because now you're stuck working, maybe as a Walmart greeter. Nothing wrong with that, but why? It's so unnecessary. And on that note, be sure to grab our free guide link below. Join us for our live streams Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. We'd love to chat with you, help you with your finances, and be sure to watch this video next.